It's been way too long. I'm back in the kitchen finally. Whew. So today, well, it's dinner time. I gotta get the ingredients out for you guys so I can show you the recipe and the ingredients. And this is a recipe from Food Network. It's from the Pioneer Woman, so we're gonna try hers out, see how it is. And yeah, we're gonna just go from there. I'm gonna lay out the ingredients like I usually do. So let me do that because I have a counter full of groceries. I'm just ready to cook. Like, I don't know why I'm itching right now to do this, but I am. So let me do what I gotta do, and I'm gonna come back to you guys. All right, I finally cleared off the counter, got my stuff together for you. All right, let's start with the recipe. I hope you guys can see it, but like I said, this is beef stroganoff, and this is the one off of Food Network for from Pioneer Woman. So those are all the ingredients, but I'll show you. Here's the flat leaf parsley. We got garlic, onion. It calls for 2 carrots, but I got this big one, so it's fine. 2 tablespoons of salted butter. There's our egg noodles. And then I got this guy. Can you guys see this one? It calls for like a half a cup of brandy. Well, I don't have brandy in the house. I don't even drink, so I bought this 89-cent thing of brandy at the store. It should work. Here's my mushrooms, my gray poupon, beef broth. I'm just gonna use some avocado oil. This is the meat I'm gonna use. I'm gonna just use the tenderloin tails that I got from the butcher like a couple months ago. It is frozen, but I kind of want it frozen because it's gonna cut better. So, and then it'll just thaw out on its own. So, I'm gonna get cutting on the meat and everything, and you know, we'll go from there. I peeled the carrot. I'm just gonna cut up the tips, ends, whatever you want to call them. It calls for, what is it? 2 carrots finely chopped. I need my sous chef here to, you know, cut this stuff. But, because honestly, I am not a good cutter. So let's just go down the middle for now. And then we'll go from there. Trust me, I am not like just a little home cook person, no chef, no nothing like that. I just like to cook because I like to eat. So yeah, we're just gonna chop up these carrots. I don't even think I'm gonna use, I mean, it says 2 carrots, whatever. I'll just use them. Just go by the recipe because I just want to try it out since it is kind of different. Especially with the Dijon mustard. I know there's mushrooms in some beef stroganoffs. You know what? I did forget to tell you guys. There is cornstarch in it. I got to grab the cornstarch. Alright, we got to chop up the onion. I thought there was garlic in this, and there is no garlic in this. So, we're not going to do it. Let me look over this again because no garlic. Jeez, when you don't cut an onion in a long time, it really gets to you. We're not putting this whole half onion in there, so we'll probably do half of it. I'm gonna dice it all up, but we'll just do half probably.
We contacted her. She's fine.
Ooh, onions done. Oh my goodness gracious. Carrots done. Alright. Let's do these mushrooms. Oh man, those onions got to my eyeballs. Nothing like a little dirt on the mushrooms. But I love mushrooms. Tracy does not. So, these are going to be a rough chop. either in half or in threes, just so she can pick them out. Yeah, well, I think we're gonna do fours, like with the big ones. That's big enough. You know, she can get those out. All right, so it's still pretty frozen, and like I said, that's fine because when you cut into this, it kind of almost falls apart. So I'm good with chopping this up into cubes as it's frozen.
After dinner, he bled under to death with the bat that he left in the alleyway, and then he changed clothes at Rita's
I think
room with tape.
strips. Yeah, we're doing strips.
In the dumpster, Rita switched to the dummy feed.
Man, do I need a better cutting board. That's what I need. See, I don't know if you guys saw that, but like, even
Maybe 100 or so.
it just pulls apart really easily. So it's a very tender meat, hence the tenderloin tails. Woo! All right, there we go. All the meat's cut. All the veggies cut. Now we can get started. All right, we're starting off with the meat. Oh, we need our spotlight. All right, so we got just tablespoon oil. We got to do the meat in batches so it can brown up. And while that's in there, we have the salt and pepper. There we go. I always use kosher salt, so if you use the regular salt, that's fine too. Just use what you got. Actually, you know what? Guess what? It would help if my burner was on. So let's turn it on and brown it up. All right, we got this pot going for the noodles, so that's got to come to a boil. This is for, you know, tea. So we got to boil that up. So we're using the tenderloin tails, like I said before, but the recipe calls for a pound of sirloin steak. Ooh, ah. But it all depends too on the person, because this texture in steak, beef, I don't like. I like the texture of like a ribeye. Give me that. This is totally tastes so different than what I like, but dinner's not for me. Someone requested this in the house, so we're gonna make it. All right, second batch is done. We'll get this out. All right, guess what? More oil. Okay, I got it on low right now, so we're not doing all the all the onions. That's it. Let's add in the mushrooms. The mushrooms are pretty big, okay? So you can pick around them, or just put them on my plate. Salt and pepper. I'm adding it. I just feel like it needs some flavor, so we're just doing it. That's the brandy I got. It was 89 cents. Ugh. I don't even... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I can't open it. Can you open this? Alright. And then I need 2 cups of stock. Let me stir that up. I want to stir this up. Get it in there. That was 1 cup. There's another. Yep, 2 different kinds of stock, but that's okay. And then a little bit more. Okay, I had to make the slurry. It was 2 tablespoons of the cornstarch and then 1/4 cup of beef stock. which, you know, I didn't read the recipe, so I had to add it. It was supposed to be from the 2 cups of the beef broth that went in there, but that's okay. It's just beef broth. It's not going to hurt anything. I think I like this idea better than water and cornstarch than, like, even for, like, Asian dishes. Use that. So, remember that. I'll try to remember that. 2 tablespoons cornstarch, a 4th cup of broth. Okay. So this is all cooked down. Looks pretty good. It's looking really good, actually. Alright, let's pour this in. Oh, I think I said turn it off. It's already thickening up really good, too. Alright, we gotta turn it off now for the sour cream. Just a teaspoon. Alright. That was plenty. 1 teaspoon of the Dijon mustard. Alright, let's give this a good stir. Alright, get it all mixed up. Uh-oh. Someone's gonna yell at me. I just messed up the stove. She just cleaned it too. Alright, now for the butter. Remember in the beginning they said 2 tablespoons of butter. So you're supposed to just melt the butter in a skillet. I'm just putting it right back in the pot where the noodles were. And then you're just mixing up the butter and noodles. Alright, so I got the noodles back in there. I'm gonna mix it up. Now they probably won't stick either, so maybe it's a good thing that the butter goes in there. I'll let you know how it is. Looks pretty good. The only problem I always have with cooking with sour cream, it's always got the white little flakes, chunks, I guess you can say, in there. And I turned down the heat, so I guess it was just up too high. Alright, let's try it out. I like the flavor. How do you like it? If you can only see her plate. Remember I told you she doesn't like mushrooms, right? They're all on the side. Hold on. Let me show you. There's Tracy's plate. She just mixed it up and moved all the mushrooms to the side. So now I get them. More mushrooms for me. It's fine. No big deal. But yeah, I like the flavor. The Dijon gives it a little kick. You taste the Dijon in there? No? I kind of do. I like it. You guys should try it out. Remember, I did get it off of Food Network. It's the Ree Drummond Pioneer Woman recipe. So you can just, go from there. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. See you in the next video.